Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Strucker Water. Hail Hydra, Baron von Strucker. Hey everybody, and welcome to The Block Party, where we do a whole bunch of nerdy stuff and let you guys know on the big spiels. I'm your current host, Captain Zeus, followed by my lovely co-host here, the Panda Express.
Panda.
Oh, yes.
Panda Express, whatever you want to call me.
He's a panda. Look at them little ones.
Look at the pandas.
Lots
Look
of
at the pandas. I'll do you one better.
Don't do it.
I'll do you one better. Panda.
Panda got a panda. Anyways,
Panda got
today
panda.
we got ourselves the Easter eggs that we have found for the first two episodes of the WandaVision series. Now, spoiler warning and spoiler alert for any and all that have not seen this series yet, or the first two episodes yet, because there was a lot that we caught, and there are some things that are speculative, which we will go over later and or in another video. But for now, Panda here will take it away for the episode 1 Easter eggs that we have found. Panda.
Alrighty. So, episode 1, fun fact, is modeled off the Dick Van Dyke Show. Most of y'all already knew that, hopefully. When we open up, we see a realtor sign with a New Jersey area code, which is kind of significant in the fact that we are basically close to Camp Lehigh. For those who don't know Camp Lehigh, it's a Hydra base that was once an army facility that Hydra overtook.
From S.H.I.E.L.D.
From S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, not Easter egg related, but a really cool callback. We have the scene where Wanda's putting stuff away, and then a plate flies into Vision's head, to which Wanda utters the line, "My husband and his indestructible head." Which is kind of a neat little callback to the events of Infinity War.
Where he doesn't have an indestructible head.
Exactly. Later on in that same scene, we see the calendar that they're looking at with the mystery date of June 23rd. This calendar actually reveals a lot about the current time frame that we're in, which is actually 1961. And for those who are going to ask, how do you know that? It's August, that starts on a Tuesday. That's only happened a couple of times, being in the 1950s, 1950, 1961, and then again in 2023. 2023 would be somewhere in between the dusting and the events of Endgame probably taking place. And as we see later on in a wine bottle, the wine is actually proofed from 1953, meaning that the time frame is 1961. Then we have Vision kind of going off to work. Then we see Agnes, their neighbor, who has an interesting anniversary date with her husband of June 2nd. For those who may not know or forgot from history class, because I know I did, June 2nd is actually the start of the Salem witch trials. If you want to know why that's significant, you can check out the video that should be coming out shortly after this on our theories about that. Then we have the commercial break, and it is the toaster from Stark Industries. That is a significant Easter egg in the fact that it is the first Stark product that we see, and it also replicates the repulsor sound from Iron Man, as well as a callback to Wanda's Sokovian background of the Stark missile that did not explode in front of them, that sparked their real their hatred for Tony Stark, as we saw in Age of Ultron. We then go on to dinner with the Vision's boss. And there's another callback to Wanda Sokovian said with the Sokovian greeting that they made up to get rid of the awkwardness that was her being behind his boss.
In a very suggestive outfit.
Very suggestive.
Which I would be okay with, personally.
Going back to the wine bottle. The actual name of it, I'm not going to say it because I'm going to butcher it, is actually translates to House of Contempt, or as most would know, House of M. Zeus will get into that a little bit later.
Know I will.
um, when we see the end credits roll in from the TV, before it pans out, we see Abe Brown, who is better known as Iron Fist or Shang-Chi.
It's a reference to Iron Fist and Shang-Chi. He's part of the deadly forces of Kung Fu, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yes. Now, once we get to the pan out, we see a sword agent writing in a note journal, putting that down, and that agent is none other than Agent Darcy Lewis.
AKA Darcy from Thor.
Exactly. Also, if we look at the left screen up at the top, we see two kind of high-tech EKG graphs monitoring probably Wanda's heart rate and a mystery one that we don't know. There's speculation. We'll get into that in theories. And that kind of sums up the episode 1 Easter eggs that we have found so far. If we missed any, feel free to leave it in the comments. And we'll definitely be getting into that a little bit later.
Thank you very much, Mr. Panda. Now, for the episode 2 Easter eggs, that started off, it's kind of similar to the Bewitched show, if some have already noticed. Now, inside this little animated intro here, you see the helmet of Grim Reaper in the intro, which Grim Reaper is a huge Vision villain. He attacks the Avengers a lot, mainly to cause harm to Vision because he has a large part in his origins. And he is also better known as the brother to Wonder Man. Inside this intro section, there is a sign inside the grocery store for Bova milk. Bova is the sentient cow and midwife that helped deliver Wanda and Pietro, which is already a great Easter egg to have there. And on the sign next to it, it's Auntie A's kitty litter. That is a reference towards Agatha Harkness and her cat-like familiar Ebony, which we will go more into this type of information into theories later on.
Check that one out.
Now, after this intro section, you see Vision practicing his magician work, and in this scene, two things happen. One, on the cabinet, you see the Mind Stone on it, which is pretty cool because Vision has the Mind Stone. And as well, in the same scene, you have the Hydra base on a picture frame in the dining room wall.
Actually, it's actually almost like the wallpaper.
Wallpaper, okay.
It's the white wallpaper, and then kind of towards like the middle of it, you can see it kind of like inscribed into it. It's a really hidden detail that
gotta zoom in.
You gotta zoom in for, unfortunately.
There you go. Now, later on in the episode, you see a sword helicopter pop into the scene, and this color is one of the only things in color in this episode so far, and it's in the Iron Man colors, signifying that they were trying to come in and help and or rescue. Later on in the episode, some interesting things are happening. You hear Agnes talk about mentioning where the devil is, and it's not just in the details. And then later on, you see the radio start to go off, going, Wanda, who's doing this to you? Wanda, yada, yada, yada. That person on the radio is confirmed to be Jimmy Woo. He's a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and you may better know him in the Ant-Man movies, who was pretty freaking funny.
Also, fun fact about that one, they actually, whoever did the music score for this actually did a really good job of warping the actual song Help Me Rhonda to actually say Help Me Wanda before you hear Jimmy Woo's voice.
That's pretty neat. So I like that.
That's another one that I kind of picked up on.
That's good. And then after she walks away from the glass being broken in, Dottie's hand. When she comes back, the radio's fixed. It's not broken because it exploded earlier. It's not broken. It's fixed, and it's playing music right back up where it left off. Later on, you see the Strucker Watch ad. This Strucker Watch ad is an obvious Easter egg to not only Hydra, Hail Hydra, you also have it as Baron von Strucker, who is better known for Hydra and the one working on Wanda and Pietro in Age of Ultron. So that's also a huge Easter egg there as well. Then, towards the end of the episode, there is the Beekeeper Sword Agent, which pops up out of the sewers, and everyone's like, WTF, who this man? This man, to let y'all know, is actually a double agent. Beekeeper Sword Agent was pretty much a reference for when you see a Beekeeper agent was a reference to an AIM agent that's undercover in like another organization. So basically a double agent working for AIM. So in this instance, it's an AIM agent working for Sword, and AIM just so happens to be founded by Baron von Strucker, which, hail Hydra. So, I mean, that's...
fact.
Oh, go ahead.
This episode is actually sponsored by what, Zeus?
Oh, man. This episode is sponsored by Strucker Water. Hail Hydra.
You're going to need to bring it up to the cameras.
I gotta bring it up?
See.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the glare here. It's Strucker Water. Hail Hydra.
Marvel, please don't come after us.
Please do it. But speaking of, there's a lot of Cold War references in this episode as well. I'm sure most of you have noticed. One of which was when Vision got the stick of gum, Big Red. You know,
And to deflect a joke onto one of his coworkers by calling him a communist.
Which may or may not have been an actual statement. Vision also seems to work for the company Big Red. Big Red also meaning communism. Like, I
don't know. Also, two more interesting little tidbits about episode 1. When they're actually trying to do the dinner and Agnes comes over, she is telling Wanda that the recipe can be done in a snap. To which Wanda's face is kind of
not happy.
Also,
because it's inevitable.
When it's inevitable. When Wanda's actually trying to cook the chicken or turkey or
chicken.
I think it's chicken. She burns it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she reverses it all the way back to eggs.
Yeah.
Which, how can one chicken be that many eggs? I don't know. I don't want to think about that.
She alters
this
reality.
Is also a really good callback to her final moments with Vision. Because she spent her final moments with Vision in Infinity War cooking him to a crisp. To shatter the Mind Stone so Thanos couldn't get it. Only for Thanos to do what?
Reverse. Oh, geez.
Reverse time to then pluck the Mind Stone out of it.
That's a very depressing callback.
It's a depressing callback, kind of like the Indestructible Head one, but yeah. Also, it is confirmed that we are in the early 60s in episode 1, and then late 60s episode 2.
So yeah, that's basically all the Easter eggs we have for you in this, for the first 2 episodes here in this video. Let us know your thoughts about these in the comments below. If we missed any Easter eggs, please let us know. If there's some that you disagree with, let us know. Just tell us what you think. Give us a like, share it with your family, your friends, your communist buddies. Hail Hydra. Anyways, we'll have another.
We will be probably updating this as the episodes come out, so be expecting that and be on the lookout for that.
True, and we're gonna have a part 2 to this, basically where we're going into the theories of these Easter eggs and everything in between. Thank you for watching. I'm Captain Zeus. That's the Panda Express. It's not. It's relatable Panda.
It's relatable Panda.
It's relatable Panda.
Please don't find me on anything and ask for orange chicken, anything like that. I'm not a restaurant. I don't have that.
He also just doesn't serve it. It's only teriyaki.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.
Peace.